Be too long now before we have action beginning for this race. This race sponsored by Goffs UK Spring Sale, and the committee would like to register their thanks to Goffs, who contributed towards the cost of the spiking of the track earlier in the week. So they move in a professional manner and they're off and racing. So 14 fences await the 10 4-year-olds in this Goffs UK Spring Sale Maiden, Division 1. And up there prominent is Captain Boudet. In the centre, this one rising just in front of I See the Sea, and also up with them is Chauffeur Driven. They're the first three, and they're being followed then in fourth place by Newcastle Success. And then Red Ned is on the near side in about fifth position, slightly hidden from view at the moment, is on the far side there in the yellow jacket. That one is Drive On Don, and then the three at the back of the field include Cusick Park, Millennium Park, so the two parks are out the back door, and they're in company with Zainark. So the 10 runners leave this field and come into the next one now and race to the fence that brings them towards the home straight for the first time. This is number 2. And in the red jacket, Chauffeur Driven, just in front from Captain Boudet. Handy in third position as they run along to this fence is the son of Affinity, I See the Sea, that one for the Monbegs. They're being followed by Newcastle Success, and then on the outside of Newcastle Success travels Rushmount Boys. So they come round the home turn for the first time and on to fences 3 and 4 before the winning post. And this is Chauffeur Driven on the near side of Captain Boudet. Over 1 and 2, followed in third position there, giving it plenty of air. On the inside is Rushmount Boys, who is up there in company with I See the Sea. Between those two, travelling Newcastle Success in about fifth position as they get away from that one. So the order is Captain Boudet and Chauffeur Driven 1 and 2. And then we have the green cap on the inside is that sported by Jimmy Walsh on I See the Sea. He's alongside Newcastle Success, and then you got Rushmount Boys and Ross Sugrose in fifth in the orange, and then Benny Walsh in the yellow and royal blue check is on Red Ned, alongside with the two horses in the yellow silks, Drive On Don on the near side of Cusick Park. And then settled about 10-12 lengths off the pace, 2 from the back is Millennium Park, and our back marker is Zainark for Dennis Ahern's team in the hands of James Hannon. Right hand down now as they swing to cross the point from which they started a circuit ago. Captain Boudet is 3 parts of a length behind Chauffeur Driven as they rise at this one. So Chauffeur Driven, Captain Boudet 1 and 2. Third position jumping through there was Newcastle Success, who races along with I See the Sea. And then Rushmount Boys, followed by Red Ned, Drive On Don, and Cusick Park, and still Millennium Park and Zainark held up at the back. Moving on now to the end of the first mile and a quarter, and that's Chauffeur Driven in the hands of Finney Maguire. In front from Barry O'Neill and Captain Boudet. JJ Walsh third, and I See the Sea is 4 lengths behind the leader and a half length ahead of Newcastle Success, ridden by John O'Grady. Back to fifth place to Ross Sugrue then on Rushmount Boys. Further length or so to Dara Allen aboard Drive On Don, and then Benny Walsh is on Red Ned, and then Owen Mann on Cusick Park, and Rob James partnering the one he trains. Millennium Park out the back door with James Hannon on Zainark as they get away from that fence. Slight mistake there by Cusick Park, but Owen Mann sat tight. So they come around the turn and enter the last mile and a half. We've got 7 more fences to jump on this 4-year-old Geldings Maiden. With his ears pricked, Chauffeur Driven is bowling along in front, just ahead of Captain Boudet. So Chauffeur Driven, Captain Boudet. The next pair, Newcastle Success on the near side of I See the Sea. This one they take now is 6 from the finish. Captain Boudet just about landed in front that time from Chauffeur Driven. So they've got a steady pace with Captain Boudet, Chauffeur Driven, followed in third and fourth by I See the Sea and Newcastle Success. And then Rushmount Boys is in fifth place, about 6 lengths down, followed then by the next 3 in line, Red Ned, Drive On Dawn, and between horses Cusack Park, and then Millennium Park has one behind, and that's Zaynark, who is getting a bit tired now at the back of the field, losing touch with the other 9. Out they travel, right hand down now into the back straight for the final time. The fourth last fence looms up once they come off this turn, and Captain Boudet, disappointed on his debut at Oldcastle when a beaten favourite, but he's right up there in the argument with Chauffeur Driven. I See the Sea catches the eye, travelling well at the moment in third position on the inside of Rushmount Boys, and Newcastle Success now gets niggled in fifth in turn, followed by Cusack Park, who picks up a position or two, followed by Red Ned. Still out the back of this main group are Millennium Park and Drive On Dawn. Zaynark has been pulled up. 3 to jump, just about a half a mile or so to cover. Captain Boudet continues to share the front-running duties here with Chauffeur Driven. All the while they're giving a nice tow for I See the Sea, and then Rushmount Boys followed through by Cusack Park, Drive On Dawn and Red Ned. This group of 6 are clear. Pulling up promptly down the back straight there is Millennium Park. Could need a vet there in the gap between the two fields. On they come now to the third last fence. Chauffeur Driven, the far side of Captain Boudet. These two still 2 lengths ahead of I See the Sea. They rise now at the third last fence. Captain Boudet just in front there from Chauffeur Driven, who comes under pressure. I See the Sea pecked on landing, but didn't lose an awful lot of momentum and is trying to close in third. But Captain Boudet at Barry O'Neill trying to kick off the home turn is now tackled again by Chauffeur Driven. I See the Sea, Rushmount Boys launching his bid down the outside as they come to the second last 4 in line. And it is Captain Boudet, the inside under pressure, taken on, headed now by I See the Sea. Chauffeur Driven keeps boxing on in a close second. They've gone on from Rushmount Boys. It's between I See the Sea and Chauffeur Driven as they take off at the last. I See the Sea led to the last, but Chauffeur Driven has found generously under pressure and is going on again. It's Chauffeur Driven. Finney Maguire for the Harley Dunn team gets the better of a good battle with I See the Sea. So across the line, Chauffeur Driven collects Division 1 of the Maiden. I See the Sea second, Captain Boudet was third, and then Rushmount Boys followed after a break then to Cusack Park, Drive On Dawn, Newcastle Success and Red Ned.
The result of the first division of the second race. First, number 1. Second, number 18. Third, number 8. Number 16 was fourth. Your distance is 1.5 lengths, 5 lengths, and 6 lengths. 1:18.8. Number 16 was fourth. 1.5 lengths, 5 lengths, and 6 lengths. The second division of the second race, there are 9 runners. Runners and riders, 3, Mr. F. Maguire. Over the page, number 11, Mr. B. O'Neill. Number 19, Mr. R. James. Over the page, number 27, Mr. R. Sugru. Number 28, Mr. J.W. Hannon. Number 32, Mr. P.J. Cody, claiming 5. Number 35, Mr. M.J. Sweeney. Over the page, number 39, Mr. E. Nugent, claiming 5. And number 41, Mr. J.G. Murphy, claiming 5.